Bernie Madoff has had his lawyers go to court and asked to keep his New York City penthouse, which is valued at $7 million, and to keep $62 million in assets. He says, look, come on, man. I mean, look, I gave you so much money, and I admitted that I stole the $50 billion. You're going to take away this $62 million on top? Come on, let me just keep $62 million. Plus the $7 million for the apartment, so we're talking about $69 million. He says, besides, it's not my money. No, that's my wife's money. Oh, really? How'd she make that? A bake sale? Was she knitting on the side, selling sweaters, or doing a handbag or something? Oh, she got that money from you. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that. I mean, the nerve of this frickin' guy. And prosecutors say, hey, we're not inclined in that direction. Yeah, I would hope not, right? And that we're going to look into the Madoff family to see what kind of money they've got hidden in different places, and were they culpable in this scheme, and were they involved? They're still looking into the sons. Let's move this along, okay? I don't want to be overly impatient, but were the sons involved? Of course! The guy didn't make a trade in over a decade. His sons work with him every single day. Would they show up to work and be like, hey, Dad, what trade did you make? Oh, you still haven't made a trade. Oh, interesting. I bet this is working out real nice. I mean, what fucking paperwork are they filling out? No, I'm serious. Like, every day they come into work and they're like, oh, okay, I don't know, are we going to buy some GE or some Apple? Oh, no, we're not going to buy shit. Oh, well, that's interesting. Okay. All right. Did they know? Of course they knew. Of course they knew. Seize all of their assets. I'm not having a conversation about whether you can keep $69 million. You're lucky to keep 69 cents in your pocket. I can't believe he's still in the penthouse. Will someone bring his sorry ass to jail already? And his sons with him, definitely. Everyone that worked at the company, definitely. And his wife, maybe. She has the nerve to try to keep some of that money? She says, oh, no, that's not his money, it's my money. My ass! It's not either one of your money, it's the money you stole. Okay, and if she keeps insisting that she wants to keep some of the money, well, let's bring her to jail and see what part of the money she thinks she has got claim to, because then she's saying, did she earn that, right? So were you part of the business? Look, this is not just, vengeance or anything like that. I'm asking you a serious question. Were you part of the business? How did you think you earned that money? Well, if you're part of the business, then we have to arrest you too, isn't it? All right, so about the $69 million. And these rich guys just drive me crazy, man. Because here's why. They think, well, this is my house. Are you going to take my house away from me? Fuck yeah, I am. Your house is worth $7 million. Oh, that's $7 million you stole. Wait, so what, you can get into like a $50 million house and be like, oh, this is my house. What are you going to take it away? I mean, look, come on. You guys, if you get busted for something, a low-level crime, you think you have this conversation with the cops and the prosecutors? Okay? No, they just seize whatever they got, man, and then they say, oh, you can't afford your house anymore. Well, that's a sad day for you. Go to a motel. Well, you know what? You don't have to because you're in jail. But this guy's still not in jail. All right, and look, I'm not against rich people in general. Obviously, that's such an obvious point, but I feel like I have to repeat that. I'm against rich people who stole money. Okay, like J.P. Morgan announced today that they made over $5 billion last year. Yeah, congratulations to them. Hey, look, apparently they're doing something right over there, and somebody's got to look into it. Now, I got some questions over there on that issue because I think that they might have won some of the bets that these other banks lost, and I don't know why, as a United States taxpayer, we give a shit about their bets. Well, that's a whole long, complicated story. But overall, you make money. You don't take TARP money. You don't take taxpayer money. And you get rich in America. Hey, that's why they call it America. I got no problems with that. But these guys who are thieves have no claim whatsoever. Go ahead, Jared.
Can you imagine? You remember that story a couple days ago about rapper Fabulous? And he was caught with, 500 pounds?
Yeah, 500 pounds
on
of
the
marijuana.
tour bus or something like that?
That's right.
Say he got arrested, and he was in with the cops. He's a rich, famous guy, right? He says, listen, officer, can I just keep maybe 300 pounds of that? And all my boys that are on the bus, they had nothing to do with it. Can they get some of their own too? Because, it was my buzz. But can I get 300 of it, and they get the other 2 and kind of spread that around?
You think they might have seized that bus, or you think they're still letting them drive that around? Okay. Did they have a conversation about it? Well, which part of this marijuana should we give back to Fabulous? And which part should we give back to his wife or his posse or his other fellows? And, oh, of course, keep the boss. Yeah, drive it around. Don't worry about it. We'll have a discussion in court later about it. Yeah, that's not how it works for anybody other than these guys like Bernie Madoff.